Hello everyone and welcome back to a Let's Try video. In a earlier video on Patreon, we looked at this game, No Place Like Home, when it first released. And it was a game that I really enjoyed playing and showing off some of the different features of the game. And recently they updated a bunch of stuff, and so I wanted to sort of showcase some of those changes in a very sort of quick video because I haven't had a chance to do any of my other Let's Try videos recently. So I wanted to make sure that I provided you guys with some additional content outside of the gaming news content that I release every single week. So with that, let's jump into it. Now, I do have a save from before, from the very early stages of the early access. And what I wanted to do is actually start a new game because they've actually made some significant changes that I had to go and figure out some of the stuff on my own without knowing sort of the process or how they went about doing this kind of thing. So we're gonna start a new one. And we're just gonna switch to this so that you guys can see it a little bit better. And in a moment, I'll take off the camera so that you guys can see. Okay, so it looks to me like the beginning is going to be similar to what it was before, although I can already tell that the panels that show you what you need to do are bigger than they used to be. So I'm just taking off the camera so that you guys can actually see that, whoops, so you guys can actually see the game. It also has a Guild Wars feel in terms of movement where you have that little like half-second delay between like the shift of directions, and it's something that they incorporated on the mounts in Guild Wars 2, and I see that they've done something sort of similar to that here. So tab, oh, that's a faster way. Okay, I was hitting I before, but tab is the thing. So spacebar to pick up the crap. And you can, I feel like you can move a little bit better than you used to be able to. I know that at the beginning it seemed a little janky to move when you did this, but maybe that's just something that I thought was different. Okay, and then left click to swing at something, right click or left click and hold to like blast it. So before, your step 1 used to be like this, and it was really annoying. And now you can just left click and get this cool, like almost flamethrower-esque look to it, which it didn't have before. And so I'm kind of glad about this. There's a bit more movement and just sort of better feeling. Oh, I need to upgrade my tool for that. I'm just going to get rid of all of this stuff so that I have a lot of starting resources. Also, I noted that some of the buildings that I used to have look vastly different from what they do now. And they take up a lot less space, which means that the placement that I had for a lot of the items is much different. Alright, so E to put junk into the thing. I'm not... What is the bowl for? That's what I want to know. Okay, so you can actually right click and put it in the recycle and then poof, and this actually goes faster because it's the tutorial. And then you hit E to take the stuff out. So we'll actually make use of this and change a lot, if not all, of our trash into useful things. Whoops. See, I do this every time. Okay. Also, I would like to note the 69 garbage pile. Anyway, so middle. I'm not sure what the. Hold on. Or is that to change view? Oh, okay. It is. Okay, you can't left click and hold. I think you still have to manually click. Okay, and then right click to get off of that. Right click to water. And we can pick up more water, whoops, by basically sucking in the water. Now we have more. And then right click to wet the plants. Like so. Nice and simple. So E to pick up anything that is complete. So you can actually go through that very quickly. Alright, so E to put in the cook. And it's gonna make, I guess, mashed potatoes. Now, I have yet to figure out what you need to press to split the stack. Previously, in the other game, because I didn't re-go through the tutorial, I combined two things that made this thing over here. And I didn't intend to use the whole stack. So I'm not sure what happens there. And you can also preserve your spuds. See, like right click. It's shift click. So we can preserve some spuds. And that creates preserved or prepared meals, which is useful for our currency. Okay, so this is one of those new-ish looking buildings. So this is a recipe. So previously you just bought the upgrades from the shopkeeper, and then you suddenly had those things and you had to use the various items to make those buildings or those objects, and now you have to get the recipe. So we've got we have 2 prepared meals. We will learn this recipe, and now we can build a chicken coop. And then this is going to function a similar way, where this is your workshop to make, so you have to go find the recipes in order to make the buildings. And there will be multiple things, and it will fly into your inventory, which is also useful. You just left click once. It doesn't actually tell you Cool. You actually can't do it in the tutorial, but you can actually pick up the objects and move them around. So once again, you can pick up anything with E that is created or crafted. Or just, you know, pick them up in general. each of the chickens are going to require different things. So he is asking for a spud, so you can actually just hit E on the chicken to pick up anything that he gives, which are eggs, obviously, after you give him what he's looking for. What the hell? The llama needs a battery. I do not have a battery. Also note that the inventory bar does not disappear when you approach any of these things. So now we are introduced to the stand to reach a location that we can't normally because we don't have a jump. So if we want to access a location like so, we have to put down a thing. Oh, and now we have a battery. Useful. So now we can give the llama a battery. And now he's happy with us. I don't know what that means, but anyways. And then now we can hit the button to open the door to move on to the next thing. Oh, and now we actually get a tutorial on combat. So this means he's gonna jump. There he goes. Very easy to avoid guy. You can use your cool fire thing, and he sometimes glitches and doesn't actually jump. So you could actually just stand there and kill some of these guys like that. And those guys give you batteries. So I now have a battery. So this guy does an aerial attack. So you just have to not, you know, stand in that. They don't always run. This one is running, but they don't... Ow! And of course you can take damage. Listen, you little bastard. Come on. Where are you going? I do kind of like the combat system in this. This is kind of neat. I'm glad that they give you a tutorial on combat now, because they didn't before. Okay, so R, there we go. So it does give you the option. So R is to remove or pick up things if you misplaced them, like if you put them in an area that just doesn't work. And you can loot all. And you can also pick up the chest. And there will be ladders or things that you can use to go into different zones and stuff, which is also a super cool feature. I do like that there are different areas that you can go through. And this is actually just an incredibly relaxing game. So now here we are. Ellen's base. Okay. I feel like they could use a slightly different font. New quest. I have a quest now. So, preserves needed. From what I've heard, trading on Earth is done using delicious preserves. Now, to get those, I will need to craft the proper equipment. Before I can do that, however, someone has to teach me how to do that. Grandpa told me about a nice shopkeeper living close downhill. He might just help me. Excellent. So we need to get to that shopkeeper. Now, I do have some space in my inventory. It's not just that one line. I actually have several lines that I can use, and I see that I can actually get to that box. I really do like this option to flamethrow instead. So yeah, sometimes you find these boxes that will give you different things, and they're all over the world, which is great. So this is the new building. So as you can see, you have to be able to find the people, and you have to be able to unlock the various items. So we're gonna make a recycler, and we're gonna get rid of this crapola right here. And start creating a little farm. I did not notice that there was already one here, but you know what? Having multiple is actually really good. And in fact, most of the buildings having more than one will just make things easier for you in the long run. So, it looks like Grandpa's old chicken coop has been destroyed and his chickens have gone wild. If you want to tame them again, you need to build a new home for them. Whoops. Somehow we just totally missed garbage. That's fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna put down... No, one thing. Okay. Well, that's fine. We will get there soon. So recycle, and as I said, we're gonna put down the second one. And recycle, and as you can see, it actually takes a lot longer. And we're gonna go get to the shop, and then once we get to the shop, that is where I will end this quick video. I can also tell that I'm pretty sure the design. Yeah, so this is what happens. Outside of the tutorial, if you hit them with the flamethrower, they actually can't really do a lot to you. So you can just kind of stand there and go, haha, and take down those little buggers. I do really like the changes that they've made so far to this game. And it's exciting. Oh, hi. Also glitches. Excellent. I also should be able to fill my water. Whoops. Yes, excellent. Now the trick remains whether or not I can actually reach the shop, or if there's stuff in the way. Alright, there is some stuff in the way, but it's not a lot, which is good. So I do like that you have some basics to start with, that it gives you plenty enough. So here is our shop guy. So we'll go, money is worthless here. People trade for various types of delicious food. It works like this. You give me some food, I teach you how to craft stuff yourself. We are short on materials, you know, and you look very crafty. So now we're given the recipes. So we already have the recycler. So you can update once you have, you know, the recipe cost, and you have a baked apple to give him, he will give you the upgrade. We also can get the preserving machine so that you can turn it into prepared meals. So we're going to go ahead and learn this, because that is extremely useful. I do wish that you didn't have to do that each time, skip through that dialogue. And we're also gonna get the chicken coop if we can. We cannot. We need actually 7 prepared meals, so we need to use the preserver first in order to get that thing. And that serves me just fine, because we do have some potatoes and eggs that we can put into the preserver. Most likely potatoes, if only because we have a good number of them being planted and growing at the current moment. And there's another chest. Ooh, that gives me a book. Previously, the book would give you unlocks, if I remember correctly, and I don't know if they've changed that. So I will need to find that out soon enough. But what we can do is put... Oh, sorry, we have to make it first, and then we can put it down. So we do have enough old wood in order to do this. And we are going to move our trash and the batteries and the wood, because those are things that you don't need right away. Oh, the books give you perks. Okay. So, preserver. So, let's go put that here. And then we're gonna put in our spuds. Actually, what I might do... What did I say? Shift click? But yeah. With that... I think we have looked at a good number of easy things with this game. I will show you the house really quickly. You can actually fix this up and update it. Oh, handyman. Grandpa's house is not as good of condition as I remember. I can't decorate it unless the walls are repaired. I think Grandpa spoke about someone in the Lonely Hills who can help with that. I have no idea where the Lonely Hills are yet. I need to find that out. Because in my other game, I actually have access to recipes that you get, or rather, I have buildings that you need to research the recipes for from people who are in different locations, and I don't know where those locations are. And you can save your game by sleeping at any time. And as far as I know, there's no bad occurrence if you don't go to bed in your own bed from at whatever time in the morning like you would with something like Stardew Valley or anything like that. So that's all I have for you guys today for this Let's Play again of No Place Like Home. I hope you enjoy the game. Definitely go check it out on Steam. It's very relaxing and just, I don't know, it's a fun little game to play, and I'm very curious to see more updates as they roll out, because obviously there is more coming. This is still an early access build, so I can't wait to see what else comes along with this. And with that, you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.